Live from Austin, welcome to the WeWork Creator Awards.
Creator Awards, hey! Ha! Let me try something out here. When I wake up in the morning's mine. And I'm living in the moment with the golden shine. I make it what I make it, watch it do what it do. Created it, lady, making the city move. Designing, illustrating something new for you.
Any day of the week, you can wake up and walk around the lake and jump into a body of water and somehow get all of your work done and feel like a dried up raisin in the sun and wind up listening to music with a bunch of people who will treat you like they've known you forever. And it's pretty great. It feels like home.
The ability to dream, and sometimes the dream become a reality, and sometimes you'll fail. But the ability to be part of that and wake up the next morning and start again, nothing better than that in the world.
It's so great to be with people who don't respond about money or power or screwing people. They respond out of a passion for what they do, and that passion hasn't abated, and in ways it gets better.
Weird is something we embrace and something that makes us Austin, and we hold on to that and we wear it like a badge, and we're so proud of it. So to be able to launch something that encompasses that is really amazing.
Paint a perfect picture with my mind's eye. I'm making something out of nothing now in hindsight. I could've pushed it, could've broke it, could've shattered the past. Now it's scope to manifest minutes that lie in my hands. City of music with blueprints that fuses. Mothers and Mondays and dreamers with one day. The work and we reason with sparks we believe in. Give action to what we see someday.
Austin is extremely creative. You've got the artists, and you've got the techies, and you've got educators and students, and it's just a perfect mold to allow new ideas to flourish.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts, Alexis Jones and Adam Amar.
We love each other.
What's up, Austin?
It's good. Hello, Austin. How you doing right now? Let's give it up for Austin's own Lanaya Drum and Dance Company.
Woo! The Lanaya drummers and dancers are just one of the many amazing sides to Austin that we're going to see tonight. My name is Alexis Jones, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the WeWork Creator Awards here in Austin, Texas.
And I'm Adam Amar from WeWork. I help build community among our employees, and apparently my job description also includes hosting award shows like this. But I absolutely love doing it because the Creator Awards are all about supporting amazing people like yourselves. You're going to meet a lot of pretty fantastic folks from Austin and the South and here tonight, including my amazing co-host, Alexis. Alexis is the founder of Protect Her and I Am That Girl, a national nonprofit headquartered here that has helped over 1 million girls do more than they ever thought they could. Let's hear it for Alexis.
So for me, I Am That Girl is kind of a badass version of Girl Scouts for college girls. So round of applause for the badass women in the room, please. Now, I have to admit that this is a really special night for me, especially because I grew up here, like my daddy's in the audience. So I get really excited being in Austin tonight, and I love Austin so much. We're going to dive into tonight's amazing energy because this is not just an award show. This is a celebration of the creative spirit of Austin.
And in the next 90 minutes, we're going to award a lot of money. It's true. And provide a ton of support to creators in Austin, which is really what this is all about. And by creator, we mean anybody who's got a great idea, whether they're starting a business, a nonprofit, or doing something artistic. What we're trying to do is help people work together, do things they couldn't do on their own through community. So it's about a lot more than just money. That's why we put together the Creators Market. How many were you at the market? Were you there? So the market, a place where Austin's most creative minds could gather and show us what they're all about. Over the course of the day today, we asked top-notch community leaders to lead a series of free masterclasses to help inspire us all.
Go Sophia Bush.
Sophia Bush. Did you hear Sophia? She's amazing. And we hosted the Do What You Love job fair because we know that people are looking to match their dreams and skills with others.
So really tonight is just the beginning, and in the days and months to come, there are going to be a ripple effect throughout Austin because of the community that we're all helping to build here tonight. So Adam, why don't you tell us everything that's going to go down?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay, perfect.
Let me start by saying that in the next 90 minutes, like I just said, we are going to give away $1.5 million. Woo! That's crazy. That money is going to go to people with the best business, nonprofit, or artistic ideas in 3 different categories. And why don't you tell us what those are?
First, there's the Incubate category. And this is for the creators who are just getting started, who maybe have a great idea and need a little help getting that idea off the ground. The grants in this category are for $18,000.
There we go. Then there's a second category, the launch category. These ideas will be a little bit more developed, a little further along in their path, but still need some help breaking out. There will be 5 grants awarded in this category, and each will be for between $72,000 and $180,000.
And then they're the big ones, the Scale Group. These awards are for those businesses which are bigger and a little more established. Maybe they're beginning to get a foothold in their community and are on the brink of affecting real change. These grants of $180,000 to $360,000
will be totally transformative for the companies that win them. We'll be giving out 3 of these bad boys tonight. It's like Oprah. It's like you get a car and you get a car.
We love giving away money. Also, and this is a tremendous deal, the winners in the launch and the scale categories will automatically be in contention for even bigger awards at our global finals, the World Creator Awards, to be held this November at the Barclays Center in New York.
They're going to be in good company. In our debut year of the Creator Awards, we've already held events in DC and Detroit that you hosted.
I did.
Giving out millions to more than 50 kick-ass creators across the Midwest and the Mid-Atlantic.
You know, people have been asking, why are we doing this, WeWork? And it's because this is what WeWork is actually all about. Today and every day since Adam Newman and Miguel Mckelvey started the company in 2010, we believe that we can genuinely change the world in a very positive way. And we believe that other companies, for-profit and non-profit, increasingly want to do the same. We believe that actions speak louder than words. We are a startup ourselves and are honored to be able to recognize and support other startups in a very meaningful way. So to dive a little deeper, I'd like to please welcome onto the stage Miguel Mckelvey, the co-founder and chief creative officer at WeWork. Let's hear it from Miguel. Let's go.
Wow. Amazing to be here. Thank you guys for coming. It's always humbling to stand in front of an audience, especially when it is a group of people who are here for the right reasons, to celebrate people doing extraordinary things in the world. And we get to do that every day. WeWork is a company founded with the idea that discovering, supporting, celebrating entrepreneurs, startups, nonprofits, big companies, anyone out there who is innovating, who's trying to bring new things to the world, trying to think in new ways, trying to impact the world positively, that those are the people who are actually changing. Even if it's one person, whether it's 10,000 people doing it together, it's the people who bring positivity, who uplift each other, who reach out an open hand, who are open and connective and interested in each other. We're the ones who make a difference. And so when we started 7 years ago in Brooklyn, we felt a spirit. We felt that there was something happening, that there was a change where people found more in the idea of success. They found it had to be more holistic. It had to be more than just financial success. It had to be spiritual. It had to be holistic in the sense of including others, of being part of something much bigger than just yourself and your own path. And we felt that spirit, and we realized it must be something that goes beyond Brooklyn. It must be beyond this building that we are in. It must be something that exists in other places in the world. And so with the goal of supporting people all over, we started to go from city to city. We started to assemble these communities. And we're now in cities all over the world. We're in China, Korea, we're in Australia, we're in Europe, we're in Israel, and we're right here in Austin, which is amazing. When we came to Austin, certainly we felt that much of the things that we were thinking about was already here. The community has obviously been an incredibly fertile place for alternative thinking, for unique people, for weirdos. For those of you who want to do things differently, want to define success differently, this is the place where many of you have gathered, and it remains, I think, one of the places in the world that stands up for that independent spirit, for this willingness to engage in the dialogue, to think about how do we actually get into these challenges and figure them out. And so when we came here, we were really lucky to connect with an awesome community, but it wasn't enough to just bring people into WeWork buildings. We wanted to figure out, how do we reach further? How do we spread these ideas? How do we go beyond just Austin, but include people who have this spirit, but are spread further? And so the Creator Awards are symbolic of this idea that there are awesome people everywhere. They're in little pockets in small towns, they're in neighborhoods and cities all over the world. And if we're all open, if we're all looking to connect with each other, that we're all stronger because of it. And so this event and the ones we're doing around the world are really about discovery, about celebration, about bringing people together in the spirit of uplifting each other and wanting to all be better and to reach higher. And hopefully we're all finding our own path. We're all improving ourselves. We're all growing towards something, to some self-actualization of something bigger for ourselves. But then we're also doing it together. We're all putting our arms around each other's shoulders and saying, we're all better when we care about each other, and we're here to do it together. So Austin is certainly, again, symbolic of that. It's an awesome city. I wish I could spend more time here. Every time I've been here, I've felt something special. I think we have a real luck to be here and do this tonight. And we have a great guest who's joining us. Mayor Steve Adler is here. He's going to come up. So we just met a little while ago, and I heard a little bit about your story and also your story of being here in Austin. It sounds like, you know, you're one of the converts. You're a person who came here perhaps thinking that it wasn't where you're going to be for the rest of your life, but you've been here for 40 years now. And so certainly there's many people who are on this journey towards figuring out, you know, who they want to be and what's the right place for them and how do they find their path in the world. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about, you know, what you think about Austin and what makes it special for you.
Sure. And first, Miguel, let me say welcome home here in Austin.
Thank you.
It's great to have. So what I tell everybody first, make sure that while you're in town, you're listening to some music and eat at some of the food trucks and have some breakfast tacos.
That's the third time I heard breakfast tacos today.
You know?
Must be a big deal.
Big part of who we are. You know, I think that you know, for me, I had no intention of staying in Austin, but there are a lot of people that come here because of University of Texas or other reasons and end up staying. I think that the place just felt right. There is something magical about this city. There's a special spirit and soul. It is a creative, innovative, entrepreneurial, welcoming, friendly place. And I think that sometimes when you get home, it just feels that way.
So one of the things you said earlier, which I found really interesting, was this idea about failure giving you some character or credibility. I think in the entrepreneurial world, we talk about that a lot. We talk about how failing is a great preface to success in the future. But that's not necessarily something that exists in other cultures and even in other cities. What do you think makes that work here? Why is it safe to fail in Austin?
I think it's a point of pride. You know, the saying about Austin is keep Austin weird. People put that on their T-shirts and on their cups. It's something we're real proud of. And I think that means that in Austin, it's okay to be different. It's okay to try things. It's okay to take risks. And what I told you earlier before we walked out is that, you know, this is a community where if you hit it right the first time, you're kind of suspect because no one knows whether you were good or if you were just lucky. The real folk heroes, I think, in this city are the people that try something and it doesn't quite work out the way they want it to, so they try again. This is it's a community that is respectful of people taking risks, and there's a reason why there are more startups per capita here in Austin than any other city, and I think it's because we want people want to take chances, they want to take risks, they want to try things. They find in this community there are people that are willing to help them do that and help support them. And it's kind of in our DNA and on our water here.
So do you think that the Austin community asks more of its members? Meaning, here there's heightened awareness for social issues, social responsibility. Do you think it's different here to be part of this community? Do you need to be more than you do in other places?
Well, I don't know that it's a requirement for getting in. But again, Austin is a city. I think we kind of suffer from terminal democracy here in Austin. So even at city council meetings, there'll be hundreds of people that want to speak. We'll have council meetings that will go regularly past 10, 12 o'clock because people want to participate. There's a lot of community and neighborhood and involvement in this city. It's one of the things I love about it. And so
as the city is growing, certainly it's the fastest growing city in the U.S., which is a testament to the incredible vibe that's here and also the opportunities that are here. But what else? What are some of the things that need to evolve? What are some of the ways that the city needs to grow and change in order to continue that growth and to support it?
Well, it's wonderful, and we are the fastest growing metro area. We have been for the last 6 years, and we're predicted to be for the next 20 years. And with that come a lot of really wonderful things. There's a lot of resource and power and excitement that comes with that, but there are a lot of challenges that come with it too. And we have a lot of challenges here, and most of if you talk to people, they would identify two challenges. We don't cost anything like what Seattle costs or Boston, and certainly San Francisco. So we're more affordable than that, but relative to who we are and what we used to be, we're having real affordability issues. It's getting harder and harder to be part of this growing city and be an artist or a musician and still be able to afford to live in this city. We're still at a place, I think, where we can catch that and save that so that we maintain the diversity that drives the creatives in a community. We look at other cities that are further down that road, and at some point you become a city that is a consumer of art as opposed to a creator of art, and we're trying really hard to preserve that. That's one of our significant challenges. The other one's mobility in a city. We used to have a policy in this city 15 years ago that said if we don't build the infrastructure, then people will stop coming. Doesn't work that way. You just find yourself as a big city and you haven't built the infrastructure that you need. So we're playing catch up on a lot of that now.
And so in that regard, is there anything, for us as innovators, as entrepreneurs, as people who hopefully are good at solving problems in different contexts, do you invite people to get involved? Is there any way that this community can engage?
Absolutely. In fact, it's a necessity in this city. The old answers, the old solutions haven't worked. There's not a city in the world that's figured out how it is that you become a fast-growing city like Austin, where this is happening to an economy and you're able to avoid gentrification issues and affordability issues. We're stressed in this city. So we're looking more and more to the creators. We're looking more and more to the social innovators and entrepreneurs that exist in this city, and trying to get them to engage on municipal challenges and trying to monetize the challenges that cities in Austin have. And fortunately for us, we have a real willing community here. When I was growing up, there were only 2 companies that provided that kind of social return. I think it was like Paul Newman salad dressing and Tom's shoes. You buy a pair of shoes somewhere and somebody else in the world gets a pair. And now anecdotally, it feels to me like 70% of the startups in this city have some kind of social tie to them. My 3 daughters choose the companies that they support in part based on the social responsibility they demonstrate. So for a city like Austin, we need new technologies and new ideas and new ways to address the challenges we have. So we're all in a race to try and save the spirit and soul of this city. So it's a necessity.
Somewhat related to that, in a way, you mentioned companies with social cause and responsibility. Whole Foods, certainly one of those companies as well. And now Whole Foods, theoretically, has been acquired by somebody else. What was the local response to that? What's the feeling about that potential evolution?
Well, probably a little mixed. You know, you feel good whenever somebody local makes it that big. You know, folks here support that company and those people. We were all scared about what that might mean. You know, Whole Foods doesn't feel the same if it's based in Seattle as opposed to Austin. But we've been assured that they're going to stay here. The offices will stay here, and it'll still be Austin. And Amazon has a reputation for being a big participant and contributor to the community that it's in Seattle. So we hope that stays the same way. Whole Foods, a real important part of the community here.
Yeah, it's interesting from that standpoint of how people are making their choices related to commerce these days. I mean, certainly our relationship to business is evolving all the time, and how we think about big companies and small companies and where we choose to buy. So much more of it is expressed in the media and in social media and stuff. And so it feels like Austin is positioned in many ways to continue to grow and to be an example for other cities. Are you in dialogue with other mayors in other cities? Is that part of your role to talk about, you know, how you succeed, what's succeeding here, and perhaps, you know, how that knowledge transfer can happen in other places?
You know, the answer to that's yes. I'm a real big believer in cities. I look at a lot of what's happening at the state level in governance and what's happening at the national level in governance, and to a large degree it's real frustrating and it's real demoralizing, because a lot of those government at that level seems like it's more about fighting than it is actually getting things done. At the city level, people still expect you to do things. They still expect things to happen. And I think that more and more you have cities that are looking to one another, cities that are saying, if we're really going to do something about climate change, it's going to be because cities act in a way to make that happen. If we're really going to be a country that is welcoming to immigrants and to diversity in our community, it's going to happen at the city level. So more and more, I'm in contact with mayors, working together with mayors all over the country. The United States Conference of Mayors, I was just with them this weekend, and they're pushing that. But you know, the interesting thing is, it's just not mayors in cities in this country. It is mayors in cities around the world, and I'm having lots more contact and interaction with them than I ever thought that I would have when I got into this role. I'm in communication with other mayors, other cities, because the cities have that common need to actually work, to actually do things for the people that reside in those cities. And that's exciting. It's exciting to think of cities are the economic engines. They're the hotbeds of innovation. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it's been amazing for us to go into different markets, and when we do get to connect with mayors especially are in a unique position more and more, because they do get to lead the economic position of the city, and a lot of times cultural leadership of the city. So in that regard, one of the things that we say at WeWork is, do what you love has been one of our mottos from the beginning. We say, create your life's work, which is sort of thinking about a journey towards something that who knows what it might be, but you're actually hopefully growing and moving and expanding and building on yourself. Now, you didn't intend to be the mayor. It's not like you grew up saying, I want to be a politician and I'm going to change the world by becoming mayor of Austin, but yet here you are. Are you doing what you love? Are you creating your life's work in this moment?
I love this job. I love being able to be the voice of a community. I love being the champion of ideas and people that I respect. And you're right, 3 years ago, I never imagined that I would be doing this job. But I tell my three daughters that there's one thing I've learned. One of the neat things about how things have evolved is the concept that when you start doing something, it's the path that becomes your life work as opposed to any one thing that you're doing. People are changing jobs and direction and trying new things, and it's that path that, to think of yourself as a creator has application to many different areas in many different ways, and that could be a common pursuit an entire life, even though at any point in that life you might be channeling that or doing something different.
Yeah, I love that idea. I think it's one of the things that we all hopefully define ourselves. When we define ourselves as a creator, that's something that we're doing for life. It's not about achieving a certain goal or a specific destination. It's much more about acknowledging that this is a long journey and that who knows what might come up. There are so many different twists and turns that this is going to take. And I think for young people, especially these days, because there's a lot of negativity in media and there's a lot of feeling that things are bad in the world, perhaps, but I think there's still the independent spirit and the collective spirit of goodness that exists if you connect to it. And I think Austin certainly is one of those places where it resides, and so it's an essential place for the world, and it's a model for the world, and something that obviously you're fostering that and promoting it. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking that responsibility, and I think it goes much beyond here. So it's something that you have you're sharing with the world because of your willingness to take it on.
Yeah, and it's been in this city culturally for a long time, so I appreciate that. That's why when I walked out, I said, welcome home, because you're doing that. You're elevating that, you're finding that and encouraging that in lots of places, and that's why we were all real excited when we made the tour. I'm really excited for the amount of money that's going out. Good luck to all the finalists that are here. It's exciting.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
How incredible is that? Thank you so much, Mayor and Miguel. All right. So who's ready to give $1.5 million away? Let's go. Come on. A little bit more than that. I'm pretty ready. You're ready. I saw that. I like that. Just so you know, we're talking about $15,000 per minute, roughly, right around here. So it's crazy, I know. So what we're going to do right now, as we told you before, is we're going to bring up the first group, the Incubate Group. And right now, we're going to take a look at a video for the Incubate.
Being a creator is an amazing experience.
It's a really amazing intersection between living your truth and sharing it with everyone else.
We applied for the Incubate category because you're a creator, maybe you need some help taking your creation to the world, maybe it's for a specific project.
I'm an Incubate finalist, and we are applying to try and set this idea in motion to go forward.
People say it's really hard to be an entrepreneur, and you're like, yeah, I know it's gonna be hard, and then you start it, and then you're like, wow, this is really hard. But at the same time, it's this phenomenal opportunity to do something that you really care about, that you're passionate about.
I've been witness to powerful things that happen when community does exist, and I've been really lucky to be a part of amazing communities and the infectious feeling of wanting to create even more.
hundreds of people across the region applied to be here, and I'm here with a handful of folks who WeWork have said are doing important work and are doing interesting work.
Creator Awards is hope. It's a lot of validation, but it's mostly hope.
Every time you see that your work is making a difference, it just is so worth it, and all the hours that you put in and all the sleepless nights are totally worth it just to be able to know that you've done something to make the world better.
All right. So here to introduce our finalists is WeWork's Director of Digital Community, Victoria Taylor. Let's hear it for Victoria.
Thanks, guys. Remember, each winner in this group is going to receive $18,000, money they can use to help get their ideas off the ground. I can't tell you how difficult it was for our judges to reach and select these 10 finalists. They spent hours reviewing hundreds of applicants, but now we're ready to announce names of our winners. All right, your Creator Awards winners in the Incubate category are Beth Taylor, Handmade by Beth. Please come up and join us on the stage. We have Barry Schwartz, My House Social. Sean Thomas, Invest in Yourself Foundation. Murphy Ann Carter with the Freehand Arts Project. Lauren Calderera, TXRX Labs. Piper Lemoine from Rancho Alegre Studio. Roberto Rivera, Successful Smiles of Texas. Chris Brown from Venture Legal LLC. Anne-Marie Stockinger of Go Safely LLC. And Amber Scott from Leap Year. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm going to bump the edge.
You?
Thank you.
Hold them up for a picture.
That's right. Each of our Incubate finalists is going home with an award. So, congratulations.
Get together.
All right, guys, we're going to...
Let's do it one more time for the Incubate winner. All right. We're good. I love you, Sean. We love you too. We're good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Well deserved.
You know, this is why I love doing this. Each of these people has an idea. And it's possible that one day we're going to look back at this moment and say, I was there when one of the world's most amazing ideas was born. Those are your most amazing ideas right there. So congratulations to all of our Incubate winners. And now that we've given out those prizes to the Incubate category, we're going to move on to a little bit bigger, to the launch group. And let's take a look at this video.
I'm Elizabeth Jordan with the Human Impact, and I'm a launch finalist.
The launch category focuses on startups that have an idea, have built some version of it, and now just need some help bringing it out into the world.
We don't have an office. We work outside on the streets with people who are homeless in one of Dallas's poorest neighborhoods.
The reason we applied to the launch category, namely, is because it's been so expensive for us to bring our product to market.
I think to be a creator, you have to be unwilling to accept things as they are just because that's the way they are. You have to be willing to think about how they should be.
I think I've been a creator my whole life. In my free time, that's just always where my brain would go, to making new things. The thing that has, I think, kept me in Austin all these years is the sense of community here. It's very collaborative. It's always felt really possible to kind of get an itch and then explore that itch and try out an idea.
Anybody that is trying to break the mold of the status quo should be considered a creator.
A lot of times our day jobs, we just get in this monotony of doing the same thing over and over again, and so the passion's not there. And what we found with this is that we really have fun and we really look forward to it.
Doing what you love, that's really important to us, and doing it for a good cause.
Your job is to do your best and leave it all on the stage.
Whether we win or lose, we feel like we've won already.
I know you don't think you're supposed to be here, but you're supposed to be here.
I feel like I am so lucky and I do more than what I love. I love waking up every day knowing that this is my job, and I wish that for everybody.
All right. Hi, people. So we just welcomed onto our stage the judges. Let's hear it for the judges.
And real quick, because y'all couldn't see our view, but I think there were friends of the winners who were more excited than the winners, who were like sobbing hysterically in the front row. It was awesome. So as far as our judges, thank you so much. We'll start with Rachel Link, is the Vice President of Business Strategy and Operations at WeWork.
We have Kazik, oh yeah, you deserve it. We have Kazik Prince, a Senior Policy Advisor and Education Coordinator for the Office of the Mayor of the City of Austin.
We have Martin Burson, who is the co-founder of Snap Kitchen, a healthy food and smart eating concept that started here in Austin and is now expanding nationally.
And we have Kerry O'Connor. She has the amazing job of being the Chief Innovation Officer for the City of Austin. I want that.
So before we dive into the pitches, I have a quick question for the judges. What makes a good pitch?
So everybody we heard from is already creative, already innovative. What's going to put them over the top is their impact, their ability to execute on that impact, and that this money is really going to help them do both of those things. That's what we're looking for.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay, let's bring out our 14 finalists and see if they can pull it off.
We're getting in this. I just want to say that each of these people have worked incredibly hard to be here tonight, so let's also respect that. Let's keep quiet. Hey, guys, and welcome everybody over here. They put their heart and soul into their companies and organizations, and this morning, keep it going. Welcome. You're good. Hey guys. So this morning, all of these finalists presented a version of their ideas to our judges. Not right now, this morning.
And the judges have chosen 9 finalists to present in our lightning round here on stage. That means that they're going to stand in front of our judges and in front of all of you and give a 1-minute pitch for their idea. Here's the real quick thing. Do you know what the #1 fear is above death? Public speaking. So let's give them some love.
They need the energy. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. So, with all of that in mind, we want to acknowledge the 5 launch finalists. They actually don't know who this is right now. Do you know? You're all pretty nervous, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, good. So the 5 launch finalists who will not be joining us in the lightning round, but while they may not be pitching to all of you, we were so impressed by their vision and their passion that we're going to give them a free year-long WeWork membership for themselves and members of their team. So that's thousands of dollars worth of office space and amenities, as well as the full benefit of being part of the WeWork community. You guys have earned it. You guys are amazing. And we're going to read off those 5 right now. You can follow me off the stage once we call your name.
Those 5s are Weird Home Tours, Fuse Box Festival, Alula Aerospace, The Human Impact, and Pink Berets.
Good job. Good job. All right, one more round of applause for them. That's amazing. You guys are incredible. All right, you've condensed a little bit. I like that. They're naturals over here. Okay, our remaining finalists will each have 1 minute, 60 seconds, just for all of you not mathematically inclined, to pitch the absolute best version of their idea.
In fact, I think we have a clock.
I think we do too. Somewhere up there.
So it's coming.
We got it. So remember, 5 of these people will win between $72,000 and $180,000 in the next 30 minutes. So let's give it up for our first finalist, Brass Tax Collective. Let's step up right here.
Yeah, girl!
So what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you when to start. You're going to have 60 seconds. Okay. You're going to do amazing. You're going to pitch these amazing people. They all love you. All right? Your 60 seconds starts now.
I'm Keisha Whaley. I'm the founder of Brass Tacks Collective. We are a teaching advertising agency based in Dallas, Texas. I started Brass Tacks because I saw two issues in our industry that needed changing. One, that we require entry-level positions to have 1 to 2 years experience, but few places actually provide it. And two, that we kind of tell nonprofits, startups, small businesses that because of their low budgets, they don't deserve really great work. I want to change those two things, so I've created a program that provides a year-long paid apprenticeship. It builds their creative portfolios out of real client work, and those clients are 90% high needs, low budget, nonprofits, startups, and small businesses. Thank you. With the grant, I'll be able to provide computers to my apprentices. I'll be able to bring in instructors from around the world to teach our workshops and expand the knowledge base. And I will be able to hire an account manager so that my brain doesn't explode. Thank you all for being here. This is great.
Great job. All right. Next up, we're going to move this along. Next up, we got Quaddle. Step up to the stage. Good job, man. Good luck.
Hello, Austin.
He's a natural right here. Your 60 seconds starts right now.
Hello, my name is Devin Hariani, and I'm the founder of Quaddle. Quaddle is a marketplace that helps parents find the best enrichment, camps, and classes for kids. It all started when my son was potentially diagnosed with being on the spectrum for autism. I was super scared. And then I realized that millions of parents face the challenge of finding educational camps and classes to let their kids reach their fullest potential. We did more market research, and we learned that parents are spending up to 5 hours per week on planning and logistics. Our vision is to help these parents by giving them a community and a marketplace to find the camps and classes that they need. We started here in Austin and now have over 8,000 camps and classes on our website that represent over 500 businesses. We want to use the funds to build a new mobile application for parents to connect. And we want to expand into Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. Join us on our journey. Thank you.
Not bad. Next up, we have Brothers Empowered to Teach. Stand right here. And your 60 seconds begins right now.
2014 was a tough year for me. I lost Danny to gun violence. I lost Rashad to a heroin overdose. I was a pallbearer for both of their funerals. In addition, I welcomed home my best friend, Jared. He's been in and out of jail his entire life. And then you have me. What is the difference? Education. Currently, education. Our basic premise, Brothers Empowered to Teach. We look to incentivize and inspire more men of color to become educators. How do we separate ourselves from our competitors? We start early in the process. We recruit undergraduate college sophomores to become teachers, and we work with them for 3 years, all the way up to certification and placement. And I'll close with this. Every child in this country deserves to see someone in the classroom who looks like them leading. Have a good night.
He doesn't even need 60 seconds. It's amazing. All right, next up, we have Bunji. Come on up. And Bunji?
My name is Ben Jackson, and I'm the founder of Bungee.
Good, your 60 seconds starts now, so you just got a head start.
Okay, so I'm willing to bet that you or someone sitting next to you has been there before. You've needed a pickup truck, but you haven't had one. So whether you're buying a couch on Craigslist or a mattress from the store, unfortunately, everything just doesn't fit in a Prius. Introducing Bungee. Bungee's an app that puts a truck at your fingertips to help move, haul, and deliver stuff across town. We've been compared to popular ride-sharing apps, but instead of moving people, we just move people's stuff. So whether you're a newlywed couple moving into your first apartment, or an international college student in a new country trying to move into your dorms, or a woman moving out of a violent shelter, Bungee is the vehicle that delivers fresh starts and celebrates new beginnings. We want to use this money to share Bungee with the world. Thanks, guys.
Good job, man. All right. We're going to keep this moving along with Make Music Count. He's right there. Your 60 seconds starts Now.
How you doing, guys? So if you were to ask a student what their favorite course is in school, chances are it's not going to be mathematics. But you have to ask yourself, why is that? And I'd like to suggest to you that math is taught to be feared. And it's that intimidation that carries over into the classroom and doesn't allow students to perform as they should. So my name is Marcus Blackwell. I'm the founder of Make Music Count, which is a math curriculum taught by learning how to play the piano, all right? So imagine this. You're solving an algebra equation. Your answers are piano notes to play directly onto the piano, allowing you to play melodies and chords of your favorite song. I'm talking Justin Timberlake, some Rihanna, even some 2 Chainz. And so class, in fact, looks like band rehearsal. There's a bunch of pianos everywhere, but the conversation is around mathematics. So we have a class experience right now in 8 states and overseas, but we're transitioning into a tech ed piece so that we can scale, reach homeschool kids, have in-class experience, and even general home usage. So if kids can understand math, they can understand music.
He just made it. Right in the nick of time. All right, is Meow Wolf here? Here. Meow Wolf, right meow. All right. Thanks. You're right here, and your 60 seconds starts now.
So what would it take for 500,000 people to go to an immersive art adventure in Santa Fe, New Mexico over the last 15 months? The answer to the question is, it would take one of the world's great experiences, and that's what Meow Wolf creates. This is a company that over its first year of operations generated over $7 million in revenue and at a 25% profit margin, and made investors very happy, including George R.R. Martin, who's the creator of Game of Thrones. And it's actually also a company that started as a DIY art collective. It wasn't even a thought to be a company until the co-founders realized we cannot keep creating the experiences that we love unless we can figure out how to pay ourselves and how to pay other artists to do this work. And that has been the mission that's driven the company since day one. And now there are over 140 people full-time employed at Meow Wolf, artists and creators doing what they love every day. And at this point, this company has its sights set on new media, like virtual reality, and new markets, like maybe even Austin. Thank you very much.
This guy's smart. He stepped all the way to the front of the stage, so I couldn't really get to him, so he got a couple of seconds, but that's good. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, before we get to the next in Telecom, Park had actually walked off, which is great, but she's actually going to pitch to you. So, you can step right here. We'll get next. And Parkit has 60 seconds starting right now.
Hey y'all, I'm Jennifer from Parkit. So the pain of finding an open parking space is something we've all been through. Parkit wants to make sure you never have that again. We've created a computer vision and machine learning software that pairs with cameras to collect real-time parking availability data. So not only can this reduce road rage on a massive scale, but cities and parking operators also need this data. They use it to make million-dollar decisions regarding traffic management, growth planning, and pricing. Today, many parking operators actually send people to count open spaces a few times a day. But with Parkit, 24/7 data collection is automated. So in the last year, we won the International Parking Institute Pitch Competition. We were in the Jaguar Land Rover Tech Incubator, and we've covered over 800 spaces in 10 cities in North America. So if there's an area in Austin you always struggle to park in, tweet us what it is, and we'll see what we can do. Our handle is parkit_team. As we like to say, why drive around in circles when you can just park it? Thanks.
I like that. Parkit likes to live on the edge. Next up, we have Telecom. Your 60 seconds starts right now.
Hi, I'm Tavish Schrieffer with Telecom, where we provide the only intelligent home phone service for families living with Alzheimer's and other dementias. We instantly stop all incoming calls from telemarketers and scammers, as well as outbound calls to home shopping channels. We provide caregivers with peace of mind and help their loved ones stay connected and independent safely longer. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, check us out at telecomprotects.com. My name is Tavish Schrieffer. This is Telecom. Thank you.
You should have dropped the mic. I like that. All right, now we have our final pitcher. It's going to come from Alana Athletica. So let's hear it for Alana Athletica. And your 60 seconds begins right now.
Suppose there is 2 yoga pants left in this world. Let's call this the Great Yoga Pant Depression, and you get to pick one. Let's also assume that both yoga pants are made of high quality. Let's assume this. Option 1 is priced at $118, whereas option 2 is priced at $70. Option 1 has an intimidating size chart, whereas option 2 is made for all shapes and body sizes, and the size chart just makes sense. Option 1 is mass manufactured, whereas in option 2, the product is made in Sri Lanka in rural villages, and it's made in small production houses. And they partner with abuse survivors to empower them and teach them something new, essentially providing them economic empowerment. So in this crazy scenario, would you be crazy enough to pick option 2? We are option 2. We are Alana.
They were all amazing. Let's keep it going. Let's go.
So we're going to give our judges a moment to deliberate. And while we do, we'd like to bring someone special up on stage.
Last month, we hosted the Creator Awards Detroit. And there were a lot of excited contestants. But we wanted to give you the peek at one woman's experience. I'm just telling you, all of the clapping you just did may not compare to the excitement and the energy of this one person. But I'll let you judge for yourselves. Let's take a look at the video.
Grace, CEO of Warmaloo. I was born preterm, and if not for the incubator where I spent my early days, I would have died. Having warmth available with the press of a disc for 3 to 6 hours is really helpful to those doctors and nurses. Over 1 million infants die from hypothermia in resource-scarce settings out of the 15 million born.
Our second winner in this category and $72,000 in award is Warmaloo.
We can automate more of our production systems. This is for my women-led team. We are so proud.
Am I right?
That's legit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Grace Shaw.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You do not disappoint.
No, it's true.
I will just say that much. And for the record, you literally jumped into someone's arms when you won. So, like, relive that moment, which you were backstage because you were crying.
Yes.
So
Oh my
relive
gosh,
that
yes.
moment for us.
I remember at the Detroit Creator Awards just being so honored and humbled to even be in front of everyone, because Detroit for so long, other people have been controlling our narrative. Other people have been telling our story. But Detroit, we are a city of makers, doers, creators, and artists. We birthed Motown, woo! And so as a material science engineer, looking to make social impact, for 6 years, people would tell me, no, your dream, it's not gonna make it. What you're doing, I don't know if you're gonna get further than your clinical trials. So when we won, I remember when we were pitching, I was looking around, I'm like, we're the only medical device company. We're ladies, our entire team, we're all women. We're all manufacturing the warming blankets. And thank you. And I remember thinking to myself, everyone's digital tech and consumer goods and software. I don't know if we're gonna make it. And then when they called our names, it was a validation of that moment, all the hard work in 6 years. And thank you.
All right.
So thank you.
So we have one more question.
Yes.
It seems like you can handle pressure, but there's a lot of pressure on you when you lead a business, right?
Yes.
So who do you lean on when things sort of get tough?
When things get tough, I lean on my team. Sometimes when you have that core vision and a social mission that resonates with your team, when times are tough, they're the ones who lift you up, who say, Grace, let's take a moment. Why don't we problem solve and try doing things this way? So agile team, amazing friends, family, and my boyfriend, which is amazing.
Is he here?
And no. No. And also my amazing faith, because I think to do something transformative like this, you go through highs and lows. It takes a lot of strength and resilience, and that sometimes comes from a higher power to do good.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you so much. And she's gone. Thank you so much, Grace. We are pulling for you. We are so excited and so honored for you to be a part of all of this. Now, obviously, the money meant a lot to her, but I think if she's being truthful, and when we were standing back there, that it's more than the money, it's the vote of confidence that is more important even than the check that is being handed over. Sometimes just knowing that there's a community of people out there who are behind you and support you, and honestly, that can make all the difference.
So let's give it up for that.
Yeah.
Hop in.
No bet.
All right. Our judges have had time to deliberate. That was quick. And let's welcome them back right now. Let's go.
And the results are in. 4 of our 5 launch winners will receive $72,000, while one big winner, a whopper, will be walking away tonight with $130,000 to help build their business.
So here to help us announce Creator Award winners in the launch category, please welcome to the stage Adam Wasensky and Anna Priest.
Thank you.
Ready?
Ready. Hello. So the first winner for $72,000 is Brass Tacks Collective. Winner number 2 for $72,000 is Quaddle. Winner number 3 for $72,000 is Make Music Count. Winner number 4 for $72,000 is Parkit.io. Okay. And now for the big one.
Big one.
The big one.
Big one.
The winner of $130,000 goes to Empowered to Teach.
Congratulations.
Bring it in for the real thing.
I was like totally getting carried away. I was like, woo! He's like, and teleprompter, you're up. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Austin Launch Award winners. Okay, so we're gonna get into our scale group in a minute, but right now we'd like to welcome to the stage a young performer who knows the city of Austin more intimately than most. And if you're from here, you may have seen him busking on the streets of Austin. He's an original Austin creator. Please join me in welcoming one of Austin's brightest talents, Eric Burton.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. My name is Eric Burton, and I just had to say one little thing. I'm so happy to be here. I used to, maybe a year ago, a few blocks from here, I used to busk and play a lot of music outside on the street, maybe right across the street from Starbucks. So it feels really cool to be here right now, and I'm very encouraged. I want you guys to keep on trucking, and for those creatives that are here, you guys keep it going, man. You guys are great. It's possible. This song is called All My Favorite Colors. To the morning sky first, baby blue just like we rehearsed. When I get up off this ground, I shake the leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. Then I walk where I'll be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. I'm headed to town, town, town in style, with all my favorite colors. I got all my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. Take me to the other side, where the baby bluebirds fly, in gray clouds or white walls or blue skies. We gon' fly, feel alright. We gonna move, yeah. It sound like I can say, anticipate the homecoming parade as we bring the gay in the morning, with all my favorite colors. I got all my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. All right, now, can you help me out, baby? Can I get a tempo? Come on, clap with me, baby. Try a little freestyle. Say me go home, I tell them no sir. I got the whole crowd, I'm getting closer. We get groovy right at the booty. See you the baby, I got a love on. I said, all my favorite colors. Take me out now. It's a good day to be, it's a good day for me. A good day to see my favorite colors, colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. Thank you so much, man. You guys be good.
Is it inappropriate for me to leverage the stage to ask him to be my friend and to hang out with me?
It's
in
not
Austin?
inappropriate.
Okay,
You should do it.
fantastic.
It's not quite how it works. We would like to put it on, but we can't. So sorry. Anyway, Eric, that was absolutely amazing. Let's hear it one more time for Eric. All right, Alexis, before we get to the scale category, we have a very special award to hand out tonight. At every Creator Awards, we dig deep into our community, asking employees and community members to help identify WeWork members who really go above and beyond. We call it the Community Giver Award. And tonight, I'd like to bring out Mallory Casey, a community manager for WeWork here in Austin, to help us present it. Let's hear it from Mallory. Oh, let's get, come on.
I really like your shoes. They're great. Thanks, Adam. The Community Giver Award is presented to the WeWork member who best embodies our mission statement, who is dedicated to helping others WeWork members create a world where people work to make a life, not just a living. And I'm happy to announce that in addition to the award, the Community Award winner will also receive an $18,000 grant to help further their own goals. So tonight, WeWork's Community Giver Award goes to Matt Glazer. This is why you stuck around tonight. Matt is the executive director of the Austin Young Chamber of Commerce. He's launched his own companies and run businesses, but he's got another skill that maybe is even more important. He spends a lot of time connecting people, making those introductions that can change everything for a small business here in Austin. When Matt makes an intro, it's done with so much excitement and enthusiasm that everybody else gets excited too. It's so much fun to see, so let's hear it for Matt.
Thank you. That's amazing work, Matt. He's good at his job. Okay. Are we ready for the Scale Awards right now? That was kind of iffy.
It's like a lot of money. Do you want to try that again?
Are we ready for the Scale Awards right now?
Woo! I think we are. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Robert Olivier. And I'm Ty Burke with Lady.
My name is Lincoln Stevens. I am a Scale finalist.
The Scale category is crazy. It's an opportunity to win $180,000 to $360,000 US.
Now we're seeking funding to help grow our companies.
Being a creator really means tapping into the reason why you exist.
We have the opportunity every day to envision a reality that we have the opportunity to influence.
It's time to keep growing and growing and scaling.
To be able to showcase, encourage, and invest in us is pretty exciting.
Austin fuels a lot of the creativity. It's okay here to do something a little kooky and a little unusual. In other places, I don't know if it would have been as fun to push the envelope like that.
And to be able to take the stage with nonprofits and other creatives and to be completely normalized and to just share like your big idea for impacting your community is just phenomenal. There's nothing like that that exists in the world.
All right. So judging in the Scale category tonight, we have Dave Allen, the head of strategic partnerships at WeWork.
We have Matt Donovan, Microsoft's General Manager of Brand Studio, Office, Web, and Social.
That's a lot of things.
A lot of
Lewis
things.
Martins,
A lot of
the
things.
director of the Herb Kelleher Center for Entrepreneurship, Growth, and renewal at the University of Texas at Austin.
And Melly Price, an angel investor and the co-founder of SoftMatch, a company that helps big companies work with startups. Interesting fact, she also created South by Southwest's first website.
I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Not bad. So let's bring out our 10 scale finalists. This is the big time. Let's get a round of applause for the scale finalists. Let's go. My man, you got this. It's a piece of cake. No problem.
Got this. Hi, girlie. How are you? Good luck.
Keep on going. That was good.
And just like before, earlier today, our finalists competed in a preliminary round. Everyone there brought something they had to the table, and the judges have now chosen 6 finalists to present in our lightning round here on stage.
So we want to start by acknowledging the 4 scale finalists who will not be joining us in the lightning round. If your name wasn't called, don't walk off like before, so I'm just saying.
Good thing she came back. She
She did, and she won. They have already accomplished so much, and they'll also be receiving a free year-long WeWork membership and office space for themselves and members of their team. So congratulations in advance.
Those 4 are Viera Academy, the Marcus Graham Project, Debris Free Ocean, and Cambrian. Let's have a round of applause for all of them.
You see it? If your name was called, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job, guys. I think there was one more. That was just trying to sneak in there. That was good.
Really, I would.
All right. We're now going to get to our largest awards of the night. This is the big stuff.
And just to spice up this final round, we'll follow each with a 1-minute pitch with a quick Q&A, allowing our judges a chance to grill our finalists.
So, judges, for each pitch, 1 judge, 1 question. Make it count. We're going to get to this. This is very, very serious. There are going to be 3 winners in this category, and they'll each receive between $180,000 and $360,000.
So is everyone ready for this? I mean, that's a lot of money. Is that just me? $360,000. We're about to give away over $1.5 million. First up.
We're going to do this. First up, we have Re3D. Who's Re3D? Give me 1 second. So your 1 minute is going to start. You're good. Right now.
Good evening. I'm Samantha, and I'm an Air Force reservist on the weekends, and during the week, I'm the co-founder and catalyst for Re3D, where we are addressing the 2 biggest barriers constraining 3D printing, and that's cost and scale. Now, we already tackled scale thanks to you, Austin, at South by Southwest, where we launched our human scale 3D printer live on Kickstarter and created the world's largest affordable industrial 3D printer. But we're not stopping there. We want to go a step further with you all this evening and further decimate the cost barrier to 3D printing by allowing Gigabot to print with trash. That's right, reclaimed plastic, where 80% of it just lies around waiting to find a home. We want to give that trash a home in Gigabot so we can continue to create jobs like we're doing currently with our printer and double our impact by taking it into new countries that don't have access to 3D printed feedstock. Our team of NASA engineers and scientists can't wait to partner with you because of that $360,000. It will allow us to grow our scaling team in Texas and buy the materials to bring you your trash 3D printer to the global finals in November. Thank you.
That's good. Totally.
So how real is the possibility of creating usable products with plastic trash? How close are you, and what do you need to get there?
That is an awesome question. You know, the reality of it is plastic's a lot stronger than you think when you print big, and we form partnerships with material scientists around the country. Joshua Pierce at Michigan Tech University, and right here in Austin, Texas, Dr. Scott Fish, who's already agreed to do some testing on our output. But we're extremely confident, based on the plastics that we're already using in the human scale, that it's super feasible. We're also planning to bring on a material scientist on our team if we win tonight, so P.S., if you're out there, we're hiring.
All right. Thank you very much. Next up, we have Maggie Louise or Louise?
Louise.
Maggie Louise Confections.
Hello,
My name is Maggie Callahan, and I'm the CEO and founder of Maggie Louise Confections. After practicing law for almost a decade in places like New York and Washington, I decided to pursue a passion for chocolate. I was inspired by the vibrancy and creativity of where I call home, which is Austin, Texas. And what we are doing is redefining the future of a $21 billion confections industry in America. It's an industry that is dated as far as look, feel, production, distribution, and every other channel. We are modernizing the way it looks through fresh, fun, fashion-forward design. We are utilizing an e-commerce channel and delivering directly to clients every day of the year, even when it's 1,000 degrees outside. And we have an online tech platform so people can customize and play with their chocolate boxes. We're passionate about bringing joy to the world through chocolate. Thanks so much.
One question.
Yes.
Maggie, I have to say it's been a pleasure watching you and your company grow over the last few years. You and your husband have been extraordinary philanthropists and contributors to the Austin community, so thank you, and your chocolate is really scrumptious.
Thank you. That was a very easy question. Thank you.
Well, it's not a question. The question is, I'm curious to hear from you, over the journey of your career and your life, what, at this point in MLC's existence, what is the most profound thing you've learned, or the thing that you're most proud of?
I'm most proud, I think, of realizing I had this within me. I was a successful lawyer and a great career with a salary that enabled me to do a lot, but I did not feel I was being authentic. I wasn't being myself. I did not know that I had this capability, but I went on a journey to find it. I'm most proud that I took that risk. I'm thankful to my husband for supporting me in taking that risk. I was the breadwinner in our family when I did that. It was tough, but there is nothing that will bring you greater joy in life than doing something you love and finding a way to make it, put food on the table, to serve your team, to be able to give great jobs to people. It's truly remarkable.
All right. Next up, we have celestial sound. Get going. Your 60 seconds starts right now.
My name is Davis Hart, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Celestial Sound. We're an artist cooperative and full-service creative firm. We're made up of musicians, artists, designers, and curators. Our visual artists build large-scale multimedia installations, and we provide vegetable oil-powered tour vehicles for our recording artists. In the internet age, creative media has essentially become free to the public. And our artists are having to foot the bill for all of their output. And now we're at a point where, God, I'm no good at this. I'm not. We basically want this grant to scale our project and hire more team members and to hire more artists so that they can, shit.
That's good, that's good. Stay up here, stay up here.
Why don't we get a question maybe that will help him explain the company a little bit more?
All right. So artists come in with passion and a real commitment to their work. How do you help them take their passions and learn how to make a real lifestyle and have some business sense so that they can support themselves in a sustainable way?
Yeah, my dad was a full-time artist, and which essentially means I grew up really poor. And when I say artist, I mean someone who has no idea why they make anything, but they know that they have to make it. I was able to take a step back and look at why he never achieved so-called success. And we built our cooperative around bringing artists into the fold and teaching them how to do things like get insurance and do their own accounting and do their own taxes. And all these things that are really, there's a big gap between the institution where artists make money and the creative side of it where they're, making things every day and putting their heart into something.
Good job, man. All right. Next up, we have Grub Tubs.
So at Grubhub, we are disrupting the factory farm system that's giving us low quality food. And instead, we are supporting farmers like Ty and Sarah here locally in Austin to grow quality food in our community for our community. And the way that we do that is by integrating our cities and our restaurants and our grocery stores that are throwing away all of this food that is still edible. And we are supporting the animals that are living on these farms, so like pigs and chickens. And the way that Grubhub is revolutionizing this is through a breakthrough in animal feed technology. So guess what we do at Grubhub? We actually grow insects to feed the chickens and pigs. It is a completely new concept, but these insects are fed the food waste from our restaurants that we're throwing away daily. So at Grubhub, we're supporting local family farms, and we're replacing the dead animal feed that we're buying at the feed store from Monsanto.
Okay. I love this. It's so crazy. This is crazy.
Thank you.
I love how you are now using food waste to feed animals instead of humans. I think Reclaim Food for Humans has its, who likes sloppy seconds? But the question is, with this grant, how many farmers' lives can you change?
Just with this grant alone, we're needing to expand, and we need to take in about 200 restaurants. Right now we have a pilot for 20, but we're scaling up tenfold. And this simple grant of, even just getting $280,000 would buy enough equipment to automate and support 7 local family farms with a net positive increase in their farm income of $50,000. So that's $350,000 a year that is staying in Austin and is being grown in Austin. So like they say at UT, what starts in Austin can grow and expand and conquer the rest of the world.
All right. Next up, we have Brain Chase. 60 seconds starts now.
Right now, somewhere on planet Earth is buried a golden prize and a $10,000 scholarship, a real buried treasure. Think about that for a second. I'm going to come back to it. Every summer, K-12 students lose 2 to 3 months of reading and math comprehension. 10 million kids have access to summer programs, but 20 million more would attend if they had access, but they don't. Summer programs are very fragmented, they're very expensive, and it's ripe for disruption. Brain Chase is a virtual summer camp and after-school program. It's perfectly scalable, it's very low cost, and it is a whole lot of fun. We've partnered with Rosetta Stone, Khan Academy, and other partners where kids complete their learning activities and release clues in animations done right here in Austin to the location of a real buried treasure. We need a lot of help bringing this out to more kids across the world. Thank you.
Hey, Alan.
Hi.
Evening, everyone. At Microsoft, we love the power of gamification in education. But tell us, if every child in America was using Brain Chase during their holidays, what do you think the impact would be?
Oh, it would be huge. I mean, 2 months of reading and math comprehension lost. The thing about Brain Chase is it's using new technologies whose time has come. So it personalizes learning in a way that every kid can learn at their own pace, in their own learning style. Kids who are afraid to raise their hand and ask a question in class can now study the basic math that they need. If they're ready to zoom ahead, they can zoom ahead at their own pace. So we're making these technologies available to every kid during the summer months and in after school time, which are periods of non-consumption. And over time, that's going to improve and change the way we do education in all of our schools.
Thank you. Good job. And last, we have Cat Spring Yopan. Your 60 seconds starts right now.
All right. Hi, I'm Abby Ann, and I'm a co-founder of Cat Spring Yopan. What's Yopan? Well, we like to say it's Texan for tea. Simply put, it's the only caffeinated plant native to North America, and we're sustainably wild harvesting it between here in Houston and Cat Spring, Texas. Currently, most landowners in our region are literally bulldozing and burning this plant, completely unaware of its amazing benefits: antioxidants, energy, anti-inflammatories, and it's naturally tannin-free, so it's smooth and delicious, hot or iced. We've chosen to use this as a platform for dignified employment opportunities, and we sell under our own brand in retailers and online, and also to restaurants and to other tea companies. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to us is not only to establish a market for this amazing, forgotten American resource that is overlooked and undervalued by our community, but also to create employment opportunities for those individuals who are always overlooked and undervalued in our communities as well. Thanks.
You mentioned your employee workforce and the difference you make with an undervalued workforce. Can you give us a little bit of a sense for what you've seen as the difference that your company has made in their lives?
Oh, sure. I'll make this fast because I could go on for a really long time. But what's been amazing is that we've kind of seen our ability to work in a couple ways. One, we have a few people that have been with us for a few years, and we see them making changes in their lives. And what usually happens, especially if they're in generational poverty, is that they become a stabilizing force for other people and their networks. And also what we see is a lot of these people, this may be their first job. And so we're able to kind of bridge the gap between generational poverty and middle-class America and explain some of those unwritten rules that are hard for them to understand. And then that we're able to turn around and be a reference for them for their next job and to prove they had a great track record, a great work ethic, and they took ownership of their jobs. Thanks.
Great job. All right. That was pretty good. Let's hear it one more time for all of our finalists. They're about to get some money. Let's go. So now our judges need some time to deliberate. They got to make their decisions. So we'll give them that. But while we wait, we have a past scale winner to welcome on stage. Isn't that right?
Yes, we do indeed. Elizabeth Lindsey is an executive director at Bite Back, a nonprofit that provides technology access, computer skills, and career prep to underserved and low-income residents of Washington, D.C. Let's take a look.
I'm the first person in my family to go to college, and I grew up in a very working poor family. When I think about my life, I think about the impact that my education has had. I wouldn't have been close to being on that stage at WeWork without the opportunities that I've had in my life. BiteBack is a nonprofit organization, and we provide computer training and training in technology to unemployed and underemployed adults. I had never done a pitch in my life until the night of the Creator Awards.
Your 60 seconds are going to start right now.
There are millions of Americans with low tech skills and limited access to technology.
They announced the two $180,000 winners, and one of BiteBack's donors, who's also a WeWork member, turned around and said to me, "It's all or nothing now." So I was like, oh my God. It was a moment where I felt out of my body. I couldn't believe it. And then I walked up on the stage and I saw Adam, and it just was one of the greatest moments of my life. My team was in the front, and one of my best friends was there, and I'll never forget it. Today, I'm going to Baltimore to have 2 meetings with a funder and with a potential partner, and I wouldn't be going to Baltimore without this award. Thank you, WeWork.
Austin, please help me welcome to the stage Elizabeth Lindsey.
start getting in the middle. My first question is, when you woke up that next day, did you feel anything different?
I didn't sleep a lot that night. I had a little bit of a headache because WeWork really knows how to throw a party. And I just was absolutely buzzing with a sense of the possibilities that this award was going to bring to Bite Back and to the impact and to the students that we teach. Not only is it a substantial financial contribution that enables us to expand from DC into Maryland, but the recognition, the boost of confidence, like you said earlier, has been absolutely transformative for Bite Back.
What advice would you give the winner here tonight, if any?
I would tell the winner to really leverage and utilize the amazing partnerships and relationships that are going to come out of winning this grant, especially the partnership with WeWork.
And how has it changed for you, your company so far, and your life personally?
Absolutely. It has completely changed the future of our organization. For 20 years, we've never operated outside of Washington, D.C. We just didn't have the resources. And since we won the Creator Awards, we are now teaching people in Maryland for the first time in 20 years. So we are really expanding. We're really expanding our operations. We are making partners from across the country. And personally, it really gives me some resources and time to explore new strategies to improve our impact and grow it.
Thank you so much. She's like the poster girl for these awards. Thank you so much. Keep kicking ass.
Give it up for Elizabeth Lindsey of Bite Back. All right. Judges, we ready? Let's get the judges back on stage. They've had time to make their decision, and we're now ready to give out our largest awards.
Here to help us present the WeWork Creator Awards in the scale category, please welcome Kane Kim, one of WeWork's corporate counsel, and Carly Langley, a WeWork marketing manager here in Austin. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Yeah, girl.
Now, the first scale winner of $180,000 is Re3D. Our second winner of $180,000 is Cat Spring Yopon. This is exciting. And now, our biggest winner of the night, taking home a scale award worth $360,000, is Grubhub.
Up there. We all do. Hold on. Is my mic on? He has an announcement.
I am serious right now. This is amazing. However, Grubhub needs a rock star female CEO to disrupt the waste industry in this town. So we are taking applications. Send your resume to ask@grubhubs.com. Anyone that thinks they're a rock star and want to change Austin, send your resume.
Good job, guys. you want to say anything? That was, I like that guy.
He like almost knocked you over. Like legitimately
he was good.
knocked you over. That's impressive.
It's okay. Everyone, I know you just clapped, but please join me one more time and give a round of applause for all of our winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the 2017 Austin WeWork Creator Awards. We want to thank everyone who participated. That's everyone at our Creator Fair, at the Do What You Love Fair, our masterclass instructors, Steve Adler in the city of Austin. We want to thank our judges, all of our Incubate, Launch, and Scale finalists, and the winners, and especially all of you. Thank you for the support that you've been.
And a huge thank you to WeWork community. It's because of you that all of this is possible. Thank you so much, Austin!